From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Tuesday, March 5th. I'm Mike Ludlow. The Marquette Senior High School hockey team raised its record to 21-6-1 with a convincing victory last night over Petoskey. That game was played in Gaylord. As we go to the scoreboard, because we could not get any video, Kobe Geidebeck, Ansel Frost, Ryan Baldwin, and Hogan Nemeth scored the goals for Marquette in the victory. Tyler Bergwall had 24 saves. Marquette will meet Trenton in the second semifinal Thursday night in Plymouth around 7:30. Trenton edged Livonia Stevenson 3-2 last night. To high school basketball, where Negaunee was hoping the third time would be the charm against Iron Mountain in a Division III regional semifinal in Marquette. So let's go to the Barb Krill Gymnasium to see the Miners and the Mountaineers in the home whites. For Negaunee, Jackson Sager, Jake Larson for three. And Negaunee takes a 5-4 lead. Mountaineers not worried. Foster Wonders, Jaden Vicenzi for the three. He had a game-high 17. The Mountaineers are up by a pair. Near the end of the quarter, Marcus Johnson is being Marcus Johnson. He had 13. Iron Mountain up 16-13 to the second. Jake Larson to Jason Waterman. That's good for two. Negaunee within two. Waterman had to leave the game in the third quarter with a sprained ankle. That did make a little bit of a difference. Foster Wonder scores here. Mountaineers win 51-40. Iron Mountain will meet Traverse City St. Francis Thursday night in the regional final in Sault Ste. Marie. St. Francis defeated Charlevoix 44-30 last night. To Division IV regional tournament in Negaunee, that's Dollar Bay. That is Munising. In the first, Brendan LeClaire to Davin Hill. Floats that one in nicely, and yes, that's good for three. At the other end, Mustangs on the inside, Josh Hootery, Eli Warner. No problem there. Next, Munising pulling even. Jesse Matson spins, floats it in, plus the foul. But as the quarter was winding down, Dollar Bay would get hot. Davin Hill, Connor LeClaire, Ashton Jenke with the triple. And then Brendan LeClaire with a head fake, turns around and gets a member's bounce at the end of the quarter. Dollar Bay had a nice lead. Munising made a run, cut it within six. Blue Bolts win 65-56 with 5 players in double figures. So who goes to the regional final with Dollar Bay? Is it Forest Park or is it Bessemer? Trojans on the fire from the get-go here. Gavin Johnson for three. Forest Park had a 20-8 lead. Moments later, Johnson will get the assist because he finds Riley Hendrickson for three. He had 22 in the first half alone, ended up with 30 for the Speed Boys. Tyler Bush, the drive and the hoop. He had 16. Again for the Speed Boys. They steal an inbounds pass, push ahead to Cade Mazan for the easy two. But triples kept flying out of the hands of the Trojans. Max Nyland's turn. It was 26-15. Trojans 1 minute into the second quarter. Nyland had a dozen. Bessemer had a chance to send the game into overtime, but it would not work. Forest Park hangs on to win 65-62. So it's Dollar Bay and Forest Park for the regional title Thursday in Negaunee. On the scoreboard from the St. Ignace Regional in Division IV, Cedarville defeated Posen 53-47, but Brimley's undefeated season came to an end. They ran into a buzzsaw in the Pellston Hornets. Hornets only had 2 losses, 75-60, Pellston the winner there. And in Division I, it was a rough night for Marquette, just 2 points in the first quarter, really couldn't get going. Midland excuses Marquette 49-26. Division II. Boyne City coming off its 5th straight district title, taking on Escanaba. That's Austin Willett with the basket from Craig Kameen. Then Kameen works his way inside, yes, and one. He had 18 points. Boyne City's turn. Max Vandra with the inbound, and he will run all the way around underneath the basket. Oops, he's a little wide open there. But Escanaba said, it's okay, we'll get this back. Carter Hudson, an 11-4 lead for Escanaba. Pete Calcaterra will score for the Ramblers. Escanaba, though, ends Boyne City's season with a 66-59 win. Escanaba will face Ludington in the regional final Thursday in Gaylord. To the GLIAC Women's Tournament. Northwood visiting Michigan Tech. Good start for the Huskies. Elizabeth Kelleher catches, shoots, scores. She had 12. Then Abby Botts goes baseline, gets the bucket. She had 11. Next, Hannah Hobson, the Cassidy Trotter. Another big night for her. She ended up with 20, one of 4 players in double figures. Sloan Zenner with the steal in the second. Stops, spins. Simple little shot. Huskies only up 4 at the half. It would get better. It also got better for Marquette's Hunter Vidala. She had 4 triples, 12 points in her final game as a Timberwolf. Huskies just too much, though. They outscored Northwood 47-21 in the second half. Tech wins 78-48. Huskies will meet Ashland Saturday at Grand Valley State. Tip-off around 4:30. Now for NMU and Ferris. Say hi to Troy Matson. We'll pick this one up in quarter number 2. Darby Youngstrom, the Sydney Dillinger. She's going to be a little shy on the shot, but we call it a pass because Jessica Schultz puts it up and in. Wildcats down 1. Bulldogs had a pretty good first half. Jalen Brumfield spins away, puts that one in. Bulldogs up 3, 29-26. And the Bulldogs strike again as Brumfield spots up in the corner. Bulldogs ahead by 4. Jessica Schultz would lead all scores with 19 points and 13 rebounds. Ferris only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. NMU comes back to win comfortably, 65-51. The Wildcats will play Grand Valley State in the semifinal Saturday. That's set for a 2 o'clock start. On the men's side, this is rather complicated. Isaiah Johnson scored 29 points. Naba Eccles had 21 points. And yet somehow the Wildcats only made 1 3-pointer in the game and still blew out Ferris State 89-73. Absolutely incredible. So the Wildcats advance to the GLIAC semifinals, but Lake Superior State does not. Wisconsin Parkside held off the Lakers 75-68. NMU will play the GLIAC semifinals down in Davenport. So you have Grand Valley for the women, Davenport for the men, about 15 miles apart or so. Should be some good basketball in that direction this weekend. The NMU hockey team is in a good place. No, it didn't win the WCHA regular season title, but second place means if all goes as the Wildcats have planned, you only have to defeat Minnesota State once to capture the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. That's nearly 3 weeks away. Plenty of hockey to be played before that, starting with Alaska this weekend. NMU head coach Grant Patolny says there is a good reason why things have fallen together over the past 2 weekends.
Just taking what the game gives us, and we're not trying to score and win the game in the first 5 minutes. And you know, like we talk about all the time, there's no shot clock in hockey, so you can possess the puck as long as you'd like in their end. And what that does is it makes people defend, and it's much harder to play defense than it is to play offense. And we've done a way better job of that, which has allowed us to open the game up later.
Friday, Saturday, and if necessary, Sunday's games will start just after 7 o'clock at the Barry Event Center. Michigan Tech visits Bowling Green, and for the first time in team history, Lake Superior State will host a WCHA playoff series at home, entertaining Bemidji State. By the way, College Hockey News has named NMU the Team of the Week